Like, share, and subscribe. Live for Love TV. Oh.
Like, share, subscribe to Live for Love TV.
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today's the 25th day of the 5th month of the 23rd year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. Well, the last 48 hours, many of you would have heard the news. Some say tragic news, but news nevertheless, of the passing of Tina Turner. Tina Turner, a genius, an absolute genius musician that turned into an iconic musician. She's 83 when she passed. She was sick for a while. I think she had a stroke. She had some kidney problems before, and she went through a little bit of a hard time before she passed away. But she's left us with a lot of good memories and good music. Now, some of you will be wondering why I'm talking about Tina Turner, and I'm going to say like this. Tina Turner has been making music from before I was born, and one of her greatest assets in music was not just her singing and her be able to perform on stage. Her music was a high energy. She had that high energy from the late 50s, 60s, all the way through till she's passed away. She had that high energy. It was high energy when she was with Ike, and it was high energy later on when she became the Queen of Rock. But she made a record, I can't remember what year it was, I'm sure it was in the last century, What's Love Got to Do With It? And you know that record because it plays all the time. It still plays, and it'll be playing long time after all these social media channels have gone. That record will still be played. I didn't like it at the time, though it's musical, it's well sung, but I didn't like the message in it from at the time. And people say you're taking it too seriously. Well, she was interviewed about that music at the time, and she didn't believe in love. She'd gone through something that most people have heard about, and she didn't believe in love anymore. And she said, what's love got to do with it? It's just a second-hand emotion. That's what she said, until she got remarried. And when she got remarried, she went on to Oprah Winfrey's channel to talk about it, and she said, and I'll try and do my best Tina Turner, I just needed love. I just needed to believe that love existed, and she found it, as far as she's concerned. But you still got a lot of people singing that record and believing what she believed at the time, that love is really a second-hand emotion, that you can go out with somebody or engage with people, and then somewhere along the line, maybe you can fall in love with them. That's ridiculous. As I said to you on Live for Love TV, and I'll keep saying, I'll keep drumming it in, even when you get heartbroken or somebody jilts you or somebody betrays you, you have to keep believing in love, because that's how you get love. That's how you get it. You get it with the belief that it exists. When you start to believe it doesn't exist, you portray an energy of no love, and people won't want to bring love to you. Yeah, so she started to believe that love existed even after she made that record. So I'm not saying you shouldn't play the records. You know, it's a big record, it's a pop record, but it's a case of whether you believe in the record. When she sung that song, she truly believed what she was saying. Later on, it's almost like a complete retraction and a desperation you heard in her. And if you hear the record and how angry she is with this, what's love got to do with it? The second-hand emotion. I mean, when somebody speaks about love in such an angry way, you know that they're hurting. They're speaking from a place of hurt and pain. And usually when we speak from emotional hurt and pain, what we say is really insignificant. It's foolishness most of the time. And that goes for me as well as anybody else. When you're speaking from a place of pain, what you're saying is folly. It really doesn't add up to a bag of nothing. You understand? So I'm just saying that for Live for Love TV, this is what I've been talking about from day one. This is how I launch a channel. This is what I'll keep talking about. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It doesn't matter, you know, what situation you're in. You keep believing it, you keep living it, you keep giving it. That's what you have to keep doing. And no matter how great an artist is, if I come up to them and they believe that love hasn't got nothing to do with their life, I know that they're showing to the world that there's something strong. But I know that they're just like some of these leaves here. They blow in the wind. A very shaky person. Anybody that doesn't have love in their life, they are a shaky person, and they have no foundation. And that goes for me and anybody else. So when you know people don't have love in their life, don't ever be afraid of them. You don't even have to feel sorry for them, because I'm not really dealing with the sorrow. But don't be afraid of them, because they got no foundation. They're just a bag of hot air. And I'm not saying Tina Turner's a bag of hot air. I'm saying when she made that record, she was in the middle of nowhere. She was in a desperate state. And that's the record she made at the time. She later on realized that, you know, that love does exist. She got married. The man even gave her his kidney to keep her alive a little bit longer. And she then experienced to herself what love was, or what the love she believed didn't exist was. Take care. Live for Love TV.